Oh boy, I'm talking about that guy. I'm talking about that guy. Yeah, where, hey, it's long overdue. Nine Vicious. Now, there's a lot to say about this artist. There's a lot to say about this man, Nine Vicious. Now, in today's video, you guys saw the title, and really what I'm getting at here is that Nine Vicious is rap's biggest rebel, and I want to go into why and how he's become so popular because of that fact. And I'm giving you guys kind of my own personal perspective here. We're going to get into his music, his career, his personality, his everything, marketing, controversy, allegation. Hey, we get into it. So, Nine Vicious, if you don't know, Nine Vicious is an artist from Atlanta, Georgia. Alright, he is signed to Young Thug's label, YSL, the new YSL branding that Thug has been kind of pushing since he's been released from jail. Now, why am I here talking? If you've never heard about Nine Vicious, you're probably not even watching this video. I don't even think I really have to give this man an introduction. But, Nine Vicious, alright, probably, honestly, I'm just speaking numbers, facts here. Probably the biggest growing underground artist right now, and I honestly see him surpassing and going into the mainstream quite truthfully. All right, no bias here, nothing here. We're gonna get into my own thoughts on him as a person, his music. We're gonna get into it, trust me. But he's going up. All right, it's undeniable. It is quite undeniable. The numbers do not lie. This man has a wild fan base, sold out shows. I mean, festival booking. I mean, crazy stuff. Now, Nine Vicious. Now, Nine Vicious had originally come into some hot water earlier this year for some allegations. Now, these allegations were basically talking about his character, you know, texting, some could even say grooming a 16-year-old when he was 19. And you notice I'm not saying the words allegedly here because this man did admit to doing such a thing on a song called Clout Demons. So that was really kind of what, like, separated people. You know, as soon as that hit, people were like, okay, there was almost like two sides. And now what I'm getting at here is not that people who are fans of Nine Vicious like condone this type of behavior, whatever. And quite frankly, it's not the most absolute craziest thing we've heard from an underground rapper. You know, this, you know, let's just, hey, I don't even want to say the words here because YouTube's going to get me if I say some words, but, you know, no grapes were involved, you know, no one was, physically assaulted, you know, stuff like that is what matters. But regardless, it's kind of like that weird gray area, you know. Fans didn't really know how to react. People were like, is the music good enough? Is it not? Blah, blah, blah. And we're going to get into how some other artists have kind of been in similar situations and seemingly got away with it. But past that, you know, that's really what, you know, separated the underground community. You had like one side who is very much behind Nine Vicious, was like just pushing him. They didn't care. It was like, it is almost like some of these people even were like, what he did was fucked up, but it wasn't the worst thing in the world, and they just didn't care. But I'm going to get into some more things here that really kind of just separated the community more. And honestly, what I've seen this do is that it's made Nine Vicious's fans just ride for him harder than they ever would have than if he was just like a normal person. You know, not to get too ahead of myself, but this man 1300 Saint has said himself, everything this man do is for controversy. And we're going to get into these controversies here because it seemed after that, you know, when you have two sides that are vehemently against you and for you, the side that's against you is going to push against you so hard, and the side that's for you is going to push back that much harder. It's going to gain more support. It's like a team for people to play on. And this is really what I want to get into here because we have this nice little list here of Nine Vicious's 2025 disses. This is a list of all the people Nine Vicious has dissed within the last 8 months, it seems. Not even really 7 months. So I'm just going to go through this list. I'm going to throw up some clips, context, tweets, posts, social media, anything you guys might need for each artist here, and what Nine Vicious has said or what they said about him. Tana. Duty. Shout out Duty. One of the best content creators out right now.
Yo, nah, what up, man?
What's up, man? What's up, bro?
Yo, at fried, boy.
What? No, I don't, gang. I ain't gotta delete shit.
Why?
Cause gang is, I'm just talking. I'm speaking my mind and shit.
You stood on it. That's why.
Yeah, for
That's
real.
hard,
What's up, gang?
bro.
Yeah.
Rich Amiri. Little Uzi Vert.
And y'all niggas talking about I fell off too. Y'all little ass boys, bro, stop playing with me, bro. For real, cause I gotta pop out and everybody know Uzi is. Stop fucking playing with me, nigga. Oh, by the way. Chuck. Keep on. I saw the phone with Uzi Vert. Right now, you a go.
Richie, Souf.
For the producers that work with my up. For the producers that work with my up.
Skate Star, Diorvsyou, Diamond, Tezzus, and 1300 Saint. These are all kind of grouped together because of a little situation with the show that I helped throw in New York City.
I told you stop pouring with the ops, nigga.
Whoopsies. Zukenee. Young Fazo. Dom Corleo. Summer Smash guitarist.
Y'all gonna call my phone and say you gonna kill me?
Maxon. And Che. Now there's a lot going on there. There's a lot to take in. I'm not in here on this video to sit here and talk about the exact details of this man's allegations, the exact details of this man's beef. I'm trying to paint you guys a picture here. So now that that picture is relatively painted, you know, it's kind of hard. You know, this is the 21 names on here. So it's like each one of these had their own direct fallout. And honestly, you might as well add my name in there too, because me and him have definitely not got along in the past before. But regardless, Nine Vicious has definitely become a notorious character, a controversial, a very divisive person. And you might think someone who's beefing with all these people is just destined for failure. You know, how are you gonna talk about all these people? How you going? These people have big fan bases. You know, these are big artists. You know, they have support system. A lot of your fans are probably fans of their music too. How is he gonna get away with that? Is the music really just that good? Well, his music is good. I can't sit here and lie to you, bro. Nine Vicious makes good music. However, a lot of the other names on here I personally prefer more. I also know a lot of them personally, and hey, they have good character. And as someone who personally works with artists, you know, booking shows or doing videos or any type of content creation, it's like that kind of matters to me. You know, it matters that you're like a decent person, but at the end of the day, for these fans who are going to separate the art from the artist, that doesn't matter to them. But what I'm trying to say here is these fans, they're not separating the art from the artist. It's almost that the Nine Vicious's crazy controversial image has almost helped his art. Now, why do I say this? Why am I going into all these details? Now, the main two really big beefs that came from this, out of these, all this bundle, was really like the K3 thing going on. Apparently, it was with K3. She described it as a 2-week trial, you know, and so Nine Vicious is talking about Che and all that. And that's been a big thing. You know, that's been a big thing that people have kind of talked about more on, like, I don't want to say the TikTok side, the underground, but that side. You know, Sama-san, you know, Che, Netspend, Okmar, Bullying Me, like people who listen to that. That's how they are knowing about Nine Vicious. Now, are people really dying to be on the side of Che and K3 as a couple after they've been on and off, back together, broken up, not broken up, etc.? I don't really think so. I don't really think so. And the other big beef here is mainly this one with Tezzus. Now, this has kind of been like a long-standing thing, but it's like I kind of alluded to and showed it extended to the rest of the Sicko collective. I'm talking Skate Star, Diorvsyou, Diamond, etc. It's just been a whole thing. All right, it's been a whole thing ever since we did that New York show. Nine Vicious did not like seeing 1300 Saint on stage with Skate Star and Dior. He's like, man, why are you performing with the ops? Officially calling them ops. And then we did a show, another one, in North Carolina with Tezzus and Skate Star. And that man, Tezzus, left the stage. I shit you not. That man, Tezzus, left the stage in North Carolina and went straight to Nine Vicious's mammy house. Straight. Like, I left that show, went home, went to bed, woke up, and opened my phone to a video of Tezzus at Nine Vicious's mammy house, bro.
Nine Vicious. As you can see, I'm at your mommy house. I'm at your mammy house, you know. And don't get scared, pussy. I ain't gonna do nothing to your mammy house. Goddamn, you know, you ain't my op. If you was my op, you know, ain't no telling what'll happen. But you're not, you're just my friend, so you know.
That clip is crazy, if you guys haven't seen that yet. And it's been continued to be kind of memed on, mocked by the Sicko collective and such.
Hey, we at your mammy house.
Oh, wait, I'm at your mammy house.
We at your mammy house.
So it's like, that is a very, like, that is, you know, that's That's about as explicit of a beef as you can get. That's about as explicit of a beef as you can get. Now, because of this, you know, people still fuck with Skate and Dior and all of them regardless. Even the people who are the diehard Nine fans, I feel like they do. Now, there are those who are gonna just hate and shit on Tezzus and whatever, and it's like, I don't care about beef. I don't care. But it's the point of the video because it's really painting. Nine Vicious is someone that people can almost rally behind and feel like they're pushing back because rap music is rebellious. And this is my main point of the video. Rap music is rebellious, you know. These little white teenagers, bro, not even teenagers at this point, bro, they're getting into rap, but, at least because, you know, it's rebellious, you know. They're rapping about bad things, all right? They're saying curse words. They're not allowed to say at their parents' house, you know. It's an edgy kind of genre for a lot of the youth, okay? Now, everyone listens to rap. As you get older, especially these kids that are so young, bro, it doesn't matter what race, how rich you are, whatever, where you come from, everyone's listening to rap, especially in the underground. These young kids, it's like, bro, if everyone's listening to rap, well, how you gonna rebel? How you gonna listen to some shit that is gonna make people, you know what I'm saying, like, give you that, like, feeling of, like, that rebellious, raw energy? These kids want to listen to Nine Vicious, bro. Nine Vicious encapsulates for him. And like I said, the music is literally good, in my opinion, and I can see why other people say that. So it's like, having that paired with, like, an image that they can get behind and feel like they're genuinely fighting for something has projected this man to monumental fucking realms, and I think it'll continue to. You know, there's like a few media pages who really are riding for Nine Vicious. All right, they're just really posting them, they're doing their thing, and I really feel like they're literally fighting for him. You know, if you look at who Nine Vicious follows on socials, you'll see it's the same people. You know, and I'm not saying they're doing it because of this or that, whatever. If you look at my page, when have I posted Nine Vicious? Exactly. Just because, like, bro, I'll tell you here, like I've been saying, the music's good, but this man is dissing everyone. Like, these people, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like they're my best friends. Like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like me and Tezzus fucking are on the phone all the time, talking and catching up and hanging out. But, like, we be on the phone, and I've hung out with him multiple times. You know what I'm saying? Like, regardless. So it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, I do business. Am I picking a side? Kind of. Yes, I'm picking a side. I'm not gonna lie, I'm picking a side. But as someone who does the music journalistic type thing, I gotta get in here and at least put things in an objective, you know, standpoint. I feel like Nine's having a little bit of buyer's remorse. You know, I feel like Nine's almost bit off more than he can chew. You know, him dissing 1300 Saint was a big one, bro. He was out here posting pictures of Saint, like, apologizing, like, saying, I love you, 1300 Saint. The Uzi shit, he just tweeted immediately about Uzi and was like, I love you, Uzi. I'm sorry. Did you just lie about being on FaceTime with Uzi and he said 9 you a goat on that snippet? Because that happened. Was that truthful? Like, shit like that's a little fishy to me, all right? Shit like that's a little fishy to me. And behind all of this, you know, the biggest rally point that this man could have is being signed to Young Thug's YSL. A lot of people are saying if this wasn't the case, this man would have been out of here. I don't entirely believe that, but I think the YSL connection has helped quite a fucking bit. And it takes someone with leverage like that to get away with so many things like such. Young Thug even rallying behind Nine. You know, they be on Instagram Live together. When he was beefing with Uzi, he didn't even go out and, like, fucking diss Nine. He just said, yo, Uzi 9, call me, let's figure it out. And I guess that's the right thing to do. I guess it is, but it's like, Young Thug, do you not got internet, bro? You're not getting, you've just been seeing what's happening with your boy 1300 Saint. 1300 Saint, a nice, kind soul, you know what I'm saying? So, shit like that is what kind of boggles my mind, because I feel bad for Saint. I mean, I don't know these dudes' relationships. It's not, I'm not in it, bro. But I can look at things as kind of being, you know, involved in the industry and just be like, damn. Like, that sucks. That's important. Like, why? If Nine was just cool with everyone, bro, we would have had him on the New York show, too. You know what I'm saying? So it's stuff like that that I can kind of look at and be like, damn, bro. And since some of this fallout, you know, Nine Vicious has really had that really good relationship with ApolloRed. You know, ApolloRed's been since all this beef stuff, especially with Saint Uzi's been happening, ApolloRed has been like, I got you, bro. Like, I got you. They've been doing shit together. Apparently, there's a tape that's supposed to come out with them. I don't even know. Nine Vicious previewing a snippet produced by Opium Baby the other day, showing that the YVL Opium camp doesn't really care. And can we pretend like we're surprised, bro? That if there's a camp that gets away with controversy and cancelable offenses, it is YVL Opium, bro. I don't even have to get into details. You see exactly what I'm showing on the screen, bro. Remember when Cardi did that one thing and then it was everyone's profile picture for like a while? Yeah, I remember that. All right, it's like, it's literally Cardi's like punk rock aesthetic. All right, people literally made their profile pictures mugshots of these artists after they did allegedly crazy, horrible things. You know, it's like, this is the kind of fan base that Nine Vicious has succumbed, and he's gonna have to deal with these crazy kids, bro. They want to be punk rock, they want to be metal, they want to go against the grain, they want something to fight for, and this is something easy for them to attach themselves to and give themselves some sense of worth or value. And I'm not knocking them for it, because it's music, bro. It's marketing. You're gonna resonate with something that resonates with you, so really it says more about you than it does anything else. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I just think Nine's gonna keep feeding into this. I know I said I think he kind of regretted dissing Saint Uzi, which I'm sure he did. I think he probably regretted that, but at the end of the day, this man Nine knows what he's doing. Man Nine is wearing dresses. This man is tweeting rage bait, rapping lyrics about like assault, like rapping about assault because of his allegations, just knowing it'll get like a look or people look at it, which is something that's has boggled my mind quite a little bit, not gonna lie. But you know, Young Thug has historically said the only reason he ever wore a dress in the past was to piss people off, and I think that advice was taken by Nine Vicious a little too literally. The entire underground hates Nine Vicious, and then there's a whole other side that loves him. And honestly, I'ma say it, I think if there was any way to play this situation with his allegations, with his controversy, with his beefs, I think he did it a way to where he wouldn't get insta deleted. It's like no half measures. You either go all the way and fucking diss everyone and mean it, or you don't do any of that. And Nine went out the way and dissed fucking everyone and apologized for like only 2 of them, because they were the ones that he really realized he couldn't get away with, bruh. But shit, it looks like he's getting away with it. I don't know. Hey, Nine Vicious, interesting career, very, very interesting artist, career, all that. It's very curious to me. It's someone who kind of studies the music industry, especially underground, and likes to see how these things go. I don't have anything crazy positive or to say about the guy, but I don't have anything crazy negative to like say he should be canceled and wiped off the face of the planet. You know what I'm saying? I don't know these people. I think you gotta chill, Nine Vicious. I think you gotta chill out, because I don't think this is a crazily sustainable method. I don't think it is. But regardless, I'm not gonna tell you what to do. I'm not gonna whatever. You gonna do you. You gonna be fine, probably. You gonna be fine. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed watching, a little bit more of a little bit of a video essay, a little I don't even want to say journalistic. I did pretty much no research for this video. I just know what's going on in the community, and this is what's going on. So if you guys enjoyed watching, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell, so you don't miss out any videos, updates, anything like that. Go in the description, follow my TikTok, my Spotify, my Twitter, get that monthly Fits Picks playlist, and join my Discord down there too. And yeah, it's from Bryce. Peace.
That's what's the price fits, and this is how we get it, yeah, you know we rock this. That's what's the price fits, and this is how